answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 85 yards.
Having a nice season, number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and long. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They'll set up a throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. On second down, Gibbons. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
33-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They've got his man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
34-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top row. I like it. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st down, Gibbons. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year, with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnett. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lewis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A lot of times when you get a magical third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Barnett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do? When we look at the stat sheet, we go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Looking to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Barnett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And this This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Barnett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Melvin. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barnett. It fights him off. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Barnett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Barnett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Barnett. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Barnett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7. 14 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the LA Rams. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and what equates to be a very tough opponent. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact. And not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake. Barnett. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Miami set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to keep this again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's called a great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this, we know where we are, but sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll run on first down. Melvin. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Operating from the gun, Barnett. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills getting set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Barnett. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. To throw on 3rd down. Barnett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got this down to the 35. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Barnett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. Nice move by Lewis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Melvin, he gets away from one, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnett. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Barnett. And that'll be complete to Dillon. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Number 28. That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Bills' offense back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barnett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a give right side. Melvin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Barnett. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Melvin. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. To throw on 3rd down. Barnett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go! Let's go!
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They all understand that even after that loss on 1st down, they've got a field goal attempt in their back pocket. But here on 2nd and goal, this is the time you take your shot at the end zone, I believe. Go ahead and go for the big shot right now, knowing you can always come back and kick a field goal on 4th down if you can't advance.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So the Bills now down by 1. A minute 50 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And they'll decide to keep this once more.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down now, Melvin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skip on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Bills, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Miami,
their slim playoff hopes now about dead as they fall to 7-9 on the year.
And they will look to turn it around next time out.